Today it's my review of the Voopeak TC27 cellular trail camera. Now this camera is capable of panning and tilting, meaning through the app you can manually turn the camera left and right and up and down. As you can see, it is solar powered and it has internal rechargeable batteries, meaning you can run this camera 365 days a year without ever having to worry about batteries. Now this is a cellular trail camera, so when it detects motion, it can send a near instant notification that there has been activity. It then records the video to the SD card, and from any place at any time you can open up the app and see the videos that it has recorded. I'll talk about many other features and some of the upgrades that this camera has over previous models. So let's get started with the Voopeak TC27. So who is Voopeak? Well, the Voopeak TC27 is the same as the Campark TC27. One camera sold under two different brand names. In fact, if you go into the Campark's website, you will see where they explain the relationship between Campark and Voopeak. From my understanding, they are one and the same. Let's take a closer look at the camera. Now the camera comes nicely packaged and with everything you'll need to get set up and operating the day you receive it. Now this cellular trail camera also comes with an upgraded solar panel. That's one of the upgrades of this model versus previous models like the TC17. This larger solar panel also offers more watts. That means even in lower sunlight areas, you have a better chance of keeping your batteries charged 365 days a year. Now there's approximately 15 feet of cable included with this solar panel, meaning if you don't want to mount the solar panel directly to the top of the trail camera, you can mount that solar panel remotely or at least 15 feet away from this camera to get more sunlight access if needed. The TC27 gives you several different ways to mount this trail camera. You do have a tree strap that's included, or you can mount this camera directly using screws. You can securely mount this camera to a post or a wall or any other flat surface that you can screw into. And again, if you don't want to use the screws to mount the camera, it does come with that tree strap. Now this camera has two different lighting options. It has a more discreet IR850. Now it's a low glow red light at nighttime, meaning it is less visible, or it has a white LED giving you color nighttime videos. So you have the option to choose between the more discreet IR illumination at night or the color videos with the white LEDs. This camera also offers dual antennas and is advertised as having upgraded signal strength. Now let's talk about the 4G or the cellular portion of this camera. This camera includes the EIOTCLUB SIM card. Now with the included SIM card, you can simply install it into the camera and turn the camera on. With the EIOTCLUB SIM card, it will search for the best signal in the area that you're going to mount the camera. Now this is a great option and makes this camera very versatile and able to be used in many different locations. In just a bit, I'll talk about more of the features that this camera offers. I'll also show you what the app looks like and how that works. I'll also discuss some of the monthly plans that are available through this camera, but first I wanted to show you some sample videos. Now I've used this camera in several different locations, so it should be a good representation no matter how you use your camera in a more open area or a more wooded area. You can check out these sample videos. It should give you a good idea of exactly what to expect as far as quality, both daytime and nighttime. I have plenty more example videos that I'll show you during my final thoughts, but before we get there, I want to give you a quick overview of the app, how it works, the features that are available through the app. So when you open up the app, you can select on your trail camera. When you select the trail camera, it takes a couple of seconds and it loads a live view. At this point, at any time from anywhere, you can open up the app and get this live view. One of the first features you're going to want to try out is that pan and tilt. If you click on the pan and tilt option, it brings up this joystick looking operation, and you can just simply click on that and it'll turn the camera. Now you can adjust the speed by clicking the speed, and you have low, medium, and high speed. If you click high, that'll definitely speed up the pan and tilting. Now you can see it swings much quicker, and it's a little harder to stop at a precise location when you have it on the highest. But if you drop down to medium or lower, it makes it a little bit more manageable to get that precise location that you want. This is a great feature, especially if you mount your camera up high. Know getting that perfect adjustment as you're up there with the camera. You can simply open up the pan and tilt and move that camera to the perfect location. This pan and tilt feature is also great for monitoring a trail, or maybe you're using it as a security camera. You can simply pan around the area and see what's happening in near live time. Let's toggle back out to the main view. It also brings up previously recorded videos. Now these are listed in days and months, and if you click on the date here, you can go back through previous days and previous months to any recording that's on this camera. Any date that has a little orange dot on it means that there were activity on that day. You can simply select the day that you want to view the videos on, and it'll bring up a list of videos that were recorded on that day. The recorded videos have timestamps over here on the side. It tells you what time that video was recorded. You can simply click play on a video, and it takes a couple of seconds to download that video, and then you can play it. You have a progress bar here that spins around and shows you what progress you're at in downloading the video. We're just about at 100% now, and it plays the video. So a fairly straightforward and easy to use app, whether you're using the live view, panning and tilting, or playing back previously recorded videos. But now I want to quickly jump into some of the settings that are available through the app. Again, when you're on that live view, you can click between the IR and the white LEDs. You can simply click on the white LEDs and have the light bulb appear. Or if you want your camera to have that black and white video to be a little more conspicuous, you can click it again and you get the ring of little red lights. That means it's in IR mode. Now in the upper right hand corner, you can click the settings. That's going to bring up complete access to all of the settings that are available through the camera. You can change the camera's device name. You can monitor how much data is left on your SD card. In the activity detection, this can be an important setting where you can turn your camera from detecting motion at all. So in other words, you can turn your PIR sensor off if you would choose. You can also adjust the sensitivity. You have 3 different settings from low, medium, and high. I currently have my camera on the medium setting. This camera also has the ability to sound an alarm when the camera is triggered, and you can turn that on or off. Obviously, if you're using it as a trail camera, you're going to turn that alarm off. If you're using this as a security camera and you want that alarm to sound as soon as it detects motion, it can scare away a thief, you can turn that setting on and off here in the settings. The camera also has volume settings. In here, you can have adjustment for your output volume and for the input volume. Now you might wonder what that is. This camera has a microphone, so that through this app you can simply click on the microphone and your voice will be projected from the camera, where you can adjust that volume here in this setting. You can also adjust the input setting, how sensitive the microphone is on the camera for you hearing the ambient sounds. You have complete control from 0 to 100 here in this setting. Back out on the main screen in that live view, in the bottom you can see that microphone button. If you click that, you can simply speak, and the speaker on the camera will be portraying your voice. You can hold a conversation if somebody's in front of your camera. You could be 1,000 miles away from your camera. Simply click on this microphone and talk through the app to the person that's in front of your camera. The last thing I wanted to talk about is some of the data plans that are available. Here it brings up a list of the available plans, and you have options between a monthly plan. If you want to operate your camera month to month, you have 6-month plans and 1-year plans. And as you saw, there are a lot of different plans that are available, so you can customize the plan to match both your data and your budget needs. But now it's time for my final thoughts. I'll give you my opinion, the pros and cons after actually using this camera for several months now. I'll start off with the positives, and the first thing that comes to mind is that larger solar panel. Now this improved solar panel over previous models really pays a dividend, especially in cloudy, rainy, more forested areas. If you have limited sunshine, this larger solar panel can really pay dividends in those environments. Now remember, these cameras record videos. Now I personally like long videos because I don't want to miss any of the action. So I have the camera set to take some of the longest videos available, and with the solar panel and the internal rechargeable batteries, have kept after absolutely with zero problems. That's a huge positive in my book. The next positive is this camera has been reliable and has operated exactly as advertised. The EIOTCLUB SIM card chooses from the 3 most popular carriers, and when you power the camera on, the SIM card chooses the best signal for that area. I like this automatic selection, ensuring that you have the best signal to this camera for the best possible performance. The next positive is the amount of customization available through this camera. You can choose whether you want the white LEDs for color videos or the infrared if you want a more discreet camera at nighttime. Then you get them black and white videos. I like being able to adjust things like the camera's sensitivity, and through the app remotely you can turn that PIR sensor on or off. Let's say you happen to get a lot of false triggers on an extremely windy day. Well, you don't have to eat up a lot of your data. You can simply open up the app and turn that PIR sensor off for a period of time. I like the amount of settings and the customization that are available through the camera's app. So up till now I've been talking about all positives, but are there any negatives or cons or things that I would change if I could? Well, one thing I'd change if I could would be the video quality. More specifically, there's some sort of auto correction at the beginning of each video. Whether daytime or nighttime, there is pixelation or fuzziness at the beginning of each video. Sometimes this only lasts 1 or 2 seconds, but sometimes it lingers up to 3, 4, maybe 5 seconds long. I'm not sure what's happening, but like I mentioned, it seems like some sort of auto correct, whether it's correcting the white balance or the exposure or something that the camera's trying to compensate for causes that fuzziness at the beginning. If I could change something, I would eliminate that auto correct at the beginning of each video. Now, it's not a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but if you have something that quickly passes by, let's say in the first few seconds of the video, it is going to be a fuzzy video during that time. Now, I've been showing many examples that this camera has shown, and you can judge for yourself how bad you think that auto correction is. And maybe you haven't even really noticed this, but to my eye, I can definitely detect some sort of correction that's happening at the beginning of each video. The last thing that I'll mention that I would like to see changed is in the app when you replay the video. So you open up the app, you get that live view, you go into the listed recorded events, you have to click on the recorded video, it then has to download before you can play it. Now this isn't necessarily a con, but just more of an inconvenience. It takes maybe 5 to 10 seconds depending on how much signal strength you have to download that video first before you can play it. Now I have many other pan and tilt cameras, and that's probably where this complaint comes out of. On many of the other cameras that I have, you can simply open up the app, bring a list of the recorded events, and play the video almost instantaneously. Again, in this app, you have to first download that video, which takes 5, maybe 10 seconds before you can play it. So again, not a deal breaker, but something that I would like to see changed in the future. Maybe they could do a firmware update that could quicken that replay of the videos through the app. So those were my final thoughts. Overall, a good performing camera. It worked as advertised. I like that upgraded solar panel. I like the fact that you can pan and tilt this camera. It is ideal for mounting it up high and being able to point the camera down remotely using the app. Of course, you can look left and right. many other great features. I'll be placing a link down in the description if you would like more information, or maybe you'd like to purchase one for yourself. It is an affiliate link, so I do receive a small commission if you do choose to purchase one. I want to thank you in advance. I'd also love to hear from you. Do you have any comments or questions about my review? Maybe something that I didn't cover but you're curious about? Please put those comments down in the comments section. I want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.